Good evening, everyone. Hello there, and welcome to SCNS Live, your nightly, weekly, Thursday nightly show. Hi.
It sounded like you thought you were Octavia for like half a second. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Hi there. My name is Cass, and I'm on this show. But I'm not doing it by myself. I'm doing it with at least two other people. One of them is sitting to my right.
Two of them. Me?
I would say that she's sitting to your right. You're sitting to my right.
Right.
Go ahead. Right?
I'm Kat. Hi.
I'm Cora. We're here today. We promise.
Some days that's all you get.
And behind the board, being pretty, making everyone look
heard,
there is Jason.
I'm mad as hell that a mic is broken.
I know, I'm sorry.
And I left my pictures up. Look at this. I'm so sad.
No, it looks like you're just holding a sponge because all I can see is the filter.
I hope everybody enjoys that. You know, the cheapest microphones I bought work the best.
Absolutely.
We need sponsors on this show.
If you would like to sponsor us, please do.
We will shill for your products.
I got to be kept in high grade toys and mid grade whiskey.
Wait,
and apparently low grade microphones.
And apparently not.
Do we need to get like an OnlyFans, but instead of like
I'm not running that bet again.
No.
Only toys.
No. Yeah, like instead of nudes, it's just like sexy posed action figures.
I mean, we had that going for a little bit.
I mean, OnlyFans has a habit of trying to go not nudes anymore, and that hasn't worked for them. I don't know why it would work for us.
I mean, that one time I went out to San Diego Comic-Con and I bought like all the collectibles and everything. I took a picture on the floor covered in the toys. And I was find more sexy pics like this on my Patreon, silver level. I got some really weird DMs off of that one because I did put it on like my Instagram and Twitter, and I got some strange DMs. I'm gonna tell you right now from people I did not know.
Jason was thirst trapping.
He didn't even.
That was a joke, y'all.
He found a complete market that he didn't know existed, and then he didn't take advantage
of
it.
We want to do tasteful nudes with dice.
The first one was like somebody I did not know, and they were like, "Is there a Patreon for this?" And I'm like,
but like the big ones.
I was like, somebody's playing with me.
So I like with your dice idea. I found someone who like has a tutorial on how to make like cute like lingerie or like fashion for dolls. I bet you we could make that so that for the dice.
Just
you
some
could make a bikini,
nets.
but it looks like D20s here and here.
Yeah. But
I mean, like
like
a rough shape.
Yeah.
To be fair, again, these are like
with a bag
it would be
at
like
the
this
crotch.
big.
Yeah,
Anyway, put that down in my $1 million ideas section.
How can I get anyone to go up into that dusty old claptrap?
The cabin. Arrested Development for the win.
I'm so sorry.
I'm not.
No one is.
We're going to start with some super cool nerd news, but before that, let's start with some super cool nerd news. And we're back.
What's going to end the show?
Crying. So we're starting out with some video game news. Joining Super Mario Kart, Space Invaders, and Minecraft in the Video Game Hall of Fame is one of my favorite games of all time, Ocarina of Time. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time was inducted today, actually, along with Dance Dance Revolution.
Heck yeah.
Not Mrs. Pac-Man, which I had forgotten. And a video game I'm not familiar with, it's called Civilization.
Yeah. Oh my god!
I'm not familiar with it at all.
Civilization brought, like, the PC market.
Yeah.
like, in a big way.
Yeah, Civ. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and it's still going.
And
Oh, you're on a first name
interestingly,
basis.
Well,
You're on a first name, or you're on a nickname basis.
that is typically what
was
Civilization players refer to it
was
as.
also
Civ.
something we used to sell at the Apple Store, and was the basis for my how to sell a video game if you don't know the video game before it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Civ
Yeah, I was
5,
like,
the UI is a little weird, the menu's kind of strange, but once you get used to it,
Yeah.
the weapons are largely similar.
It's for people that like Risk, but don't want to play Risk with other people.
Yeah, because that's what ruined Risk, is all the other people.
Oh. So I played its successor then, Rise of Nations.
Yes, yeah. Rise of
Okay.
Nations and
D20
Civilizations are like
lingerie
similar
As a
style.
recommendation.
I mean,
Yeah.
Clash of Clans wouldn't exist if Civilization
Warcraft.
didn't exist. Like,
Yeah.
Well, Warcraft was a little different in that it came from a different angle, but in like Civ wasn't a mass multiplayer.
See, she
online, I
said
don't
Civ. See?
Well, World of Warcraft, but Warcraft, the original game,
Yeah.
was very much
Oh,
similar.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I played I think I played Warcraft 2 back in the day.
Oh, Lord.
But anyways, inducted, into the Video Game Hall of Fame.
That's great.
There is a video game museum in Frisco. If you've never checked it out, it is really cool.
So cool.
Yeah, this one is in Rochester, New York, is where the Hall of Fame is.
I'm not going till there's justice for Uniracer.
We totally should go back to the because we've actually been to the video game museum. We should.
I wonder
Totally
if
go
they'd let
back
us
again.
tour
That's
it and like shoot
cool.
it.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I've been
They've-
there a couple of times.
They've changed it up since, like, when I went, it was a lot different than what I'd seen it as prior.
Yeah.
Like the first time I went. So I guess they change up what they display and stuff and everything, and so it'd be really cool to go back and see what they have now. I mean, they also do have an arcade.
They do. Oh, it is really cool. I really like it. Anyways. All right.
That's really great, though. It's a long time coming.
Yeah, I looked through their list, and they have some pretty cool games. They also have Minecraft. Anyways,
It's too
speaking
bad
of video
Ocarina
games,
of Time isn't the best Legend of Zelda of all time, though.
excuse me.
Yeah, it's Breath of the Wild. You know why Breath of the Wild is the best game? Because Stone Cold said so.
You know
Are
what?
there any other Gen Xers to validate him for that?
You see,
Yeah, this one right here.
They're not a Gen X, dude.
I'm not?
No, you're a boomer.
Yeah, you
Bullshit!
you fall into early boomer. late
No,
millennial.
that's totally
Yes,
Gen X.
No,
Technically, he is Gen X.
Yeah,
Like,
see?
Oh, you're right. I got
Because
my
it's right. It's
You got
older
your
than me.
boomer.
I got my
Swaps.
things mixed up.
Yeah.
But
It's
also,
in my name.
He's Kevin's age, and Kevin's a
Oh
boomer.
my-
Or Kevin's a Gen X.
what can I throw at him?
I mean, really anything in a pinch.
I don't want to throw a pencil.
I'm fairly certain it's
Eraser?
in my name.
no,
Just
I'm
kidding.
not throwing this. This is sacred.
I mean, you're gonna
these
want it
erasers
later,
are so
but-
good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Speaking
I totally
of video
forgot to use the lower
games,
third for the show. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I made up a lower third. and I just haven't used it yet.
My dude. Kat, do you have any video game news?
Overwatch League started today.
Yes, it did.
I expected more excitement here.
I really, really, really want to care about it. It's the opening day of the 5th season. So probably nobody remembers this, but like, except for Cass maybe. But when Dallas first found out it was getting Envious, I was so excited because Envious was the only like North American team. And when I say North American, was anybody from North America at that point? I don't think so.
No.
But they were a mixed roster team who had gone and won in Korea. An Apex tournament was huge. And then they got here, and we were all very excited for Overwatch League to start. And they just didn't perform very well. They kept taking their good things and ruining them. And Overwatch League was very critical of that. And then Overwatch League keeps taking the best parts about itself and ruining them. I'm trying to be on board, but like, they didn't talk to their talent team for like 8 months to tell them if their contracts were being renewed. Even like brand new people.
Didn't fire them.
Didn't fire them.
Just didn't talk to them.
Yeah.
Did not contact them in any way.
And these are like young, hungry, like all-stars of casting. they haven't listened to any of the advice given to them by, like, the vets. And they put out a beta that's just not ready to go.
Overwatch League started today, and I watched a co-stream from someone that's no longer with the league because I didn't want to watch the league. It was Sideshow. And he's talking about whether or not cats can eat raw eggs while also talking about Overwatch. And, like, I would much rather watch that than I would their official content.
I mean, like, I like Uber and Mr. X, and they were doing a good portion of it. I just, like, I don't know. Like, you'd be hard-pressed to find somebody who's more on board with them conceptually than I was. Like, and they just... I don't know, but we'll see. Anyway, it started. Maybe I'll get into a new esport this year.
What's Monty doing these days?
League of Legends content.
I have a bone to pick with Overwatch.
Go ahead.
Surprise.
That's what we're doing.
I didn't get into beta for 2. And I'm mad as hell about it.
Did you watch the streamers or whatever for the...
I don't care about the streamers.
No. That's how you got the key. Like, the guaranteed key is if you watched certain streamers for...
One of my friends got a key.
Yeah, and then after...
Tell him I hate him.
And it hit its highest concurrent, like, views ever, like, with that. It got up to, like, 1.5 million or something views on Twitch, and then that promotion ran out and they dropped 99% of their views. Which, to me, like, is a little rough, but at the same time, that just tells you people want to play it. So it's not the worst thing ever.
Yeah. It's not a bad sign for Overwatch. It's a terrible sign.
Yeah, Dr. Disrespect said it wasn't enough to put out the burning trash can of the Overwatch fandom. But anyway, Overwatch 2. All the maps look orange now.
Oh, that weird
and
filter.
Lower quality. Like, they just look slightly blurred.
My friend did say that playing the content was fun.
I mean, it might be, and it might get me back into it for a minute. It's not the way it was.
Yeah. They did say, her husband was playing more so than she was. Because he couldn't get a code because of his Twitch and his Blizzard account weren't connected. So
it's a rookie mistake, though.
Yeah. He had just changed his name, so apparently it didn't connect right or something.
Yeah.
It was some stupid. Yeah.
I mean, it's only because Overwatch League tokens have been part of the system. If you watch the stream, you could get free skins. So I've had mine set up for years. But it's a pain.
But his overview of it was basically that, like, the new party makeup actually worked out pretty well. They weren't sure that it was going to work, but it worked.
Yeah.
For what he was playing, and he got a skin that his wife really liked. And
I think it has a lot of potential as far as playing goes. I just, like, they've just had so many missteps and miscommunication and undercommunication and bad publicity that's hard to be entirely on board.
Yeah.
But we still have friends who work on that show, actually. Like, watch it, I guess. Like, I want them to keep their jobs as long as they want them.
Yeah.
Zoe's still radiant. Danny's still adorable. Hex is still producing.
Custa is definitely there.
And Reinforce is coming back.
Yeah. Alright, moving on. Cora?
I don't have any video game news, but I do have something cute. So, what? Wasn't the way I said cute?
It's how she said it. Absolutely.
It's a good consolation prize. No video games, but cute.
Yes, I have something that falls into the realm of wholesome. So, the new anime that's been sweeping everybody, and I'm very happy about it, is Spy Family. And it's a super, super cute anime and manga. If you haven't checked it out, you have a spy, and his recent mission is that he has to create a family so that he can infiltrate, like, this prestigious academy. So he has to find someone that will be his wife and find a child. But, and he does, but his wife and child are also hiding their own secrets. The wife is an assassin, and the child has telepathy. And all of that said, it is so wholesome because they're playing their roles perfectly. And it's so cute. Like, the opening sequence alone is super cute because it's like a cute little family having family time. And so you have all that cute, but we're bringing this up because we are going to get a stage show for Spy Family coming in March 2023. It will be at the Imperial Theater in Tokyo, and then it will go traveling around afterwards. But I feel like that's like the mark of you finally made it, kid, as Japan makes a stage musical for it.
And it's so cool. Like,
It really is.
we get Disney live action remakes, and they put stuff on stage.
Yeah. And like there's I have two stories that are like this, but with Spy Family, originally the manga didn't do very well. This was right after Bleach had ended, and Shonen Jump was like trying to find stuff to fill in their slot, and they were just picking anything and everything, and even stuff that was good, they would just cut it immediately. Yeah. And Spy Family was one of those things.
It's like a slow burn, kind of, but you needed a little bit more time for people to...
Maybe so. I didn't see it when it originally came out, sadly. But, like, I mean, we're on episode 4 of the anime, episode 5 of the anime, and they've already started getting the kid into the academy, so good amount of stuff has already happened. But I'm hoping that the renewed vigor in the anime will continue the manga so we can get more.
Yeah. How often does that happen?
It happens fairly frequently. There's a lot of manga that just doesn't make it because it just isn't popular enough. Yeah. Which is fine, I get it. But it's also kind of sad because you'll find some stuff that are like hidden gems that are really good, but then they end abruptly. And it's the same thing with anime.
And sitcoms.
And sitcoms.
Comics. Stop cutting things.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Netflix.
Put out Sandman.
Put out Sandman!
But I will get into my other story later where we have a silver lining with some stuff. But yeah, Spy Family is going to be getting a stage show. They're going to be auditioning for The Mother very soon. So look forward to that.
You think they would accept a white, somewhat large-chested woman?
Actually, yeah.
You could be the dubs,
I don't speak
not
Japanese.
subs.
I'm sorry, did you refer to
I
was like, who are we talking about?
The family themselves...
Anybody at this table.
That's true.
The family themselves are very white passing.
Oh, okay.
Like, I mean, the father's got blonde hair and he looks very European. The mother looks like she could either be Asian or another form of European. Yeah. And then the daughter just has pink hair. So, like, you know.
That's her defining feature.
That's her defining feature.
Well,
she
telepathy.
And pink hair.
Like, she's the most wholesome part of the show. I love her so much.
I really, I have so much space for wholesome content. It's been a rough couple years. It's nice to see things that are just nice.
Oh, also...
I had to live with you.
Oh, also,
that wasn't it.
He proposes to his wife with the pin of a grenade while they're getting shot at.
That's adorable.
Time's a ticking, honey.
Like, he's
in the next 5 seconds.
He grabs the grenade, he pulls the pin, throws it.
Oh, that's an important step.
And then puts it on her ring finger and says the vows as he does it. I'm like, goals. Suddenly this is goals. I don't even know why.
I just have goals to remember to throw the right part because with ADHD, I would throw the pin and then be like, "Will you?" and then just blank.
As long as you take your hand off the spoon, you're okay.
Yeah, it's true.
But I don't know what that means. Jason, do you have anything video games or cute?
I've got neither.
Well then, Kat, do you have any video games or cute? All right, back to you, Jason.
Let's talk about some press I got from the good folks over at DC today. Now, I love some of the DC animated movies. They can be hit or miss. But today's announcement of Green Lantern, Fear My Power, is awesome because it ain't Hal, it ain't Kyle, it ain't Guy, it's Jon Stewart taking front and center. Also, you can find a write-up for this story on supercoolnerdshow.com. I'd like to go ahead and just point out, look, for some people, Jon is their Green Lantern. Those that grew up on Justice League Unlimited. But the thing that's always kind of bothered me about John is whenever he makes his appearance, he's just kind of there. He's always there. He's just that good, reliable Green Lantern you put in. But this story is actually going to retcon and give John an origin story for when he gets the ring. And we're going to find out why John Stewart, architect, Marine sniper, is one of the best Green Lanterns out there. I am so hyped for this. Coming out on DVD. Hang on, I need to go to supercoolnerdshow.com
I think
because
Cass is about
I wrote
to,
a story and I don't remember the dates and everything. It is going to be July 26, 2002 on Blu-ray, digital.
2002.
But on top of that, they also
Mom's
sent us
birthday.
over a little trailer
Play it!
of Green Lantern, Beware My Power. And
Are you gonna be okay, Cass?
I'm so excited.
we're basically seeing John as he's being thrown into the Thanagarian War. He is new to the Justice League. You know, normally you get the ring, you go off to Oa, you get some hardcore training.
Yeah.
No, the
I have pointy ones too.
Look,
oh, it's too loud. I'm
It's
sorry.
a little
Like
too loud.
turn the speaker down because it's gonna hit your mic.
Sorry about that. Anyway, so we see John kind of just being thrown into being a Green Lantern, giving him a definitive origin story. Look, John in the comics has done so much. He was a Green Lantern. He took Hal's place and was Green Lantern of Earth for a while. When he lost his powers in Emerald Twilight, he led the Dark Stars and brought Green Lanterns that had been depowered into the Dark Stars, and then came back and was a Green Lantern again. John is the man. Also voiced by Phil Lamar in Justice League.
Nice.
Where's he?
Who's
What
the-
about here?
No, he's actually being voiced by Aldous Hodge. Who
Really?
I'm actually, Aldous Hodge will be playing the role of John Stewart. Jimmy Simpson will be playing Green Arrow. Ike Amande will be Martian Manhunter. Brian Bloom is Adam Strange. Jamie Gray Hyder is Hawkgirl. And Rick D. Wasserman will be Sinestro. Because they are also the driving force behind. They wiped the Guardians out. I'm sorry, wiped the Corps out.
Coordinates set.
And John's kind of like the last Lantern standing.
Some of DC's best products in the last 10 years have been some of their animated movies.
Oh,
Have
absolutely.
been really good. And this proves that they do know how to give somebody a break for a minute. Maybe try that with the Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm excited again to see a Lantern product. And it's because they gave it a minute. Like,
I love it from the chat. John Stewart is the best Green Lantern, period. End of story. Bye-bye. See you later. You know what? That's a convincing argument.
Mike,
Seriously.
that's not a-
like,
Y'all-
let's talk about consistent Lanterns who have just been solid members of the Corps throughout. Guy Gardner.
Y'all didn't see me jump out of my chair when he said John Stewart. Like,
I
John
was
Stewart
saying.
is the Lantern. I love him so much. He is better than all the rest. John Stewart is amazing.
Yeah, Guy Gardner,
props to
hothead.
Jimmy Simpson for
Hal,
Lantern.
Hal kind of like killed
Green
the Corps
Arrow.
off.
Kyle's
Kyle's new.
has like one or two interesting stories. John is amazing.
Yeah,
Everything
so
that he ever
I am
does.
absolutely on board with this. I'm getting this one. Expect a review when this one comes out because it looks good. I also
I
like
will
his.
come over and watch it with you.
I also like his constructs. Like he straight up
Yeah.
creates a freaking K-bar to go after somebody. That's some Marine stuff right there. He went right to what he knows. So yes, if you couldn't tell, I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, I saw a giant gun in that trailer.
The man is a Marine. Give a Marine, a good Marine, a Green Lantern ring. You got problems. Actually, you got a solution to a whole bunch of problems.
Yes, you do.
So yeah, I'm hyped. I'm totally
the whole
on.
thing is just like any comic book. If John Stewart has a gun.
John
He
is the
always
man.
has a gun.
I'm so glad he's getting a front. John Stewart deserves this.
He deserves it.
Yeah. So anyway, that is my story. Woo!
From the chat, Sir Kraz, is that Neil Adams who you're talking about? Was he the one that made
the guy that originally made
the Green Lantern?
Yeah, that's no.
He
yeah.
did pass away this week.
It's yeah.
I had one of
Well,
my
damn, I was
favorite.
now I'm sad.
One of my favorite con memories was with him. It was just like, this is a nice story. We had a nice chat about different superheroes and supervillains and what kind of classical painters they would be. Like,
Well, when you talk writers who really laid the groundwork of characters, Neil Adams is there.
he was chill AF. And I understand that there are two different experiences that people had. If you experienced him as a fan, that he was really chill. If you were getting a critique, that he was very harsh. And I can't speak to that. That didn't happen to me. But he did bring the medium a long way. So.
I mean, modern day Batman was molded by Neil Adams.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. When they had to find out a way to make Batman, like, good, and a lot of people were posting, like, the best panels Neil Adams did. Like, there was one where apparently Batman is supportive of sex workers. It was he, like, approached this girl in the rain, and he was like, rough night for you to be out. And he walks her home! And she's like, thanks for that, because last time my pimp didn't touch me for a week. That's the solid kind of character building that Neil Adams did. And that the Batman movie didn't. Truly going to be missed. And of course, yeah, I got a bone to pick with y'all about that one. About
after the show.
Yeah. Anyway, that is my thing. Back to getting hyped.
Rip Neil. He did a lot for the medium. Brought it a long way. And this is a cool way for him to be kind of honored. Is that?
All right. Who's got next?
Moving on, movies. Anybody?
All of my stuff are shows.
I mean, I got movie. I could go back to back. That's weird.
I got movies. I got shows.
Movies.
Daniel Radcliffe has been called a thirst trap in the weirdest headline that I've seen in a minute for his new role as Weird Al Yankovic. What? In a Roku biopic. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, a what?
Roku.
Roku, the
streaming service.
Look at this.
They figure if Apple can do it, they can do it too.
You know what?
Severance was supposed to be really good.
I will say he looks exactly.
He does look like him.
Also, the words Weird Al Yankovic, like anything on Roku, that just seems to fit. Because it just feels very in character for him to do anything that's not on a major platform.
Apparently, Daniel Radcliffe broke his accordion immediately.
That doesn't surprise me.
Oh no!
He was allowed to touch it, and he broke it right away.
No.
I want to know who Jason Sudeikis' nephew in the corner of that picture.
I mean, it really does. If you squint, it looks like him. But also, like, I wouldn't know. Anybody in his life, I'm going to be like,
yeah. No idea.
I do want to see it. I think he's...
Yeah.
Weird Al is
Weird
dope. I actually tried to get her tickets for Christmas one year, and they're expensive, y'all. To see Weird Al, because I thought it'd be fun. I still would go see him.
We've loved him since we were kids.
Mm-hmm. Running with Scissors was the first album I ever bought myself.
I loved Weird Al before y'all were born, so there.
So
you can't have it both ways.
I can't have it both ways.
You can't be offended when we call you old and then be like, well, I knew
I can't too.
Show your
I'm old. I can have it both ways. See my glasses? I'm getting old.
No.
Okay, these are bothering me.
But like, I'm
You're not
excited.
special. Everyone can have glasses.
I don't know anything about Weird Al's life. I don't know how he got where he was, and I'm interested to see if it goes into his process at all. He's also precedent for some of our laws to do with parody and performance, copyright and stuff like that. So could be fun.
all I know is that he is a linguist and he has a really good sense of humor. And that he is a good person, and that's really all I need to know.
I know he's like Christian and one of the cool kinds.
Yeah, like he's a good Christian.
He's also a very good dancer, if we're being honest.
Yeah,
he has
he can play like so many
control of his body.
I want him to teach me to play the accordion.
Same.
Like,
oh god, no.
Oh, I want him not to teach you to play the accordion, just for proximity. I can't imagine something that would be worse to
hear it played badly. That and the oboe.
The bagpipes.
oh.
Yeah.
But
Moving back over, Jason, movies.
All right, well, I got something, a bit of a spoiler.
For what?
A bit of a spoiler for Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Don't care.
Go for it.
Okay, well, of course, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is in production right now, and there have been a few set photos that leaked. Also, by the way, Karen Gillian posted on her Instagram, this was a wrap for her character on Guardians of the Galaxy, but the film's not done, so we'll see where it goes. But we get a peek at their new look, and I'm excited Because here it is. They're going full on comic. Star-Lord is in his comic-esque costume from what is probably the most popular run of Guardians of the Galaxy in Marvel Comics. And Nebula is right there wearing the same suit.
Okay.
I am digging this look. I love that run of Guardians in the comics. So to see and it works. They made the comic costume work on screen. I love this so much.
Whose arm is that?
I mean, Nebula did bust up her arm.
No. Coming out in front of the
I don't
person
know.
with the mascot, there's like a hella tattooed arm.
Two pictures.
It's a side. Yeah, I
It
put
looks
them
like
side
it
by
could
side.
be the
Sorry.
same picture, but
Yeah, they're
I
not
see it,
walking.
yeah.
I bunched them together here. So
Oh, okay, I was terrified for a second. I was like, whose arm did they cut off?
And you know about the beanpole character?
So yeah, they made the comic costumes work, and
Sean Gunn.
I'm actually very happy about this. Like, seriously.
I like it. I want them to go full comic book with Groot and make him kind of creepy, elegant, weird.
I'm about tired of Kid Groot, and I saw in the trailers for Thor. Also, I got the Thor figures, and the Natalie Portman one is awesome.
I saw her. She's beautiful.
The Valkyrie is really good, but I see we still got Kid Groot. Enough of this. Enough of this crap.
Just
Grow.
let him grow
Put some
back
water
up.
on him, some fertilizer, some soil and sunlight. Groot needs to grow. I've had enough.
I want the creepy,
Yeah.
long, tender, like Groot in some of the comics has this really kind of eerie look to him because they went all out with like the wood and the wall.
And
Because
some
he's
parts
in
of
a
it, like,
live
are
he's in a
glowing,
live
too.
tree. That's creepy. Like, that's scary.
I would love to see them go that route, but I don't think they're headed that way.
Now, the Guardians animated special that is going to be coming to Disney Plus. We're getting grown-up Groots in that.
Okay.
But we don't know what timeline that takes place on, where it's whatever.
I mean, at this point, I don't care. It's not a little child yelling, "I am Groot."
Also, speaking of the
Groot
Guardians, I
fights.
got the ridiculous Thor figure that
Great to sexy.
Ravager Thor.
I love it though.
Ravager.
Look at it. Look at it. It's so
The
great.
word Ravager triggers me now because of Horizon Zero Dawn. You say Ravager, and I'm like, where?
Sequel.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my
alright,
movie news.
I'm triggered
Moving
by
on.
Thor because we haven't gotten Ragnarok for God of War.
Oh, yeah.
Soon. They're showing
Alright,
too much.
moving on. More movies or television?
Somebody else can go.
Well, I only have television.
I have manga.
Uh,
I have
Going
a,
once?
I've got
I
a trailer
have
for
a-
your
Going
television.
twice?
I have a manga.
Sure, go for it.
Okay, so I was talking about how Spy Family was like kind of thrown away and now it's back again and it's really popular. Well, something like that is also happening with Satoru Noda's original manga. Let me see if I can pronounce this correctly. Supi Namara Da. Supi Namara Da.
Supina Marada.
No, it's
Marada.
no, Supi, say Namara is the name of the character and in
Oh, okay.
so, like, stylized in the manga, that's a different color. Like, I don't get it. Anyways,
I've got it.
if the name Satoru Noda is familiar, it's because he is the mangaka for Golden Kamuy. And with the ending of Golden Kamuy, there has been more interest in his original ice hockey manga, Supi Namarada. And I'm actually kind of excited for it. I didn't know this one existed. I'd heard about it, but I couldn't find it anywhere. No one could tell me what the name of it was. It originally ran July 2011 to November 2012. It only had 6 volumes, but it's going to be getting picked back up. Basically, the synopsis is that you have a figure skater who, like, he qualifies for the Olympic Games. His mother dies in a tragic car accident, and he and his twin sister move to Tokyo as orphans, and while he is going to high school, he becomes interested and joins the ice hockey team. So you get to see him go from being this Olympic gold medal, or not gold medal, but like Olympic figure skater to being an ice hockey player. And I love that concept. Like, they even talked to Noda after it had gotten canceled and everything, and he's like, unlike things like volleyball and basketball and things like that, ice hockey isn't really that popular, so it's not a surprise that even in the circles of people that like this stuff, it didn't really gain traction, and that's why it was canceled. But since everyone likes his other work, people want this now. So, I'm very excited.
Canada would like a word.
Yeah, Canada would like a lot of words, and...
Sorry.
It was a frozen, hostile wasteland. That is a reference to a Jim Carrey stand-up from 1997. Just so we can get our audience really niche out here.
I mean... Canada does have the world's biggest what's it called?
Hockey stick.
Thank you, hockey stick. That's what those things are called.
Wow.
But they probably have the biggest hockey ball too. Is it not a ball? No, in reality, like, hockey is one of the more fun sports to watch.
Even
like,
if you don't know what's going on. Like, it's fast-paced, it's, yeah.
Also, I see your comment, Jason. Yes, I love me some sports anime and sports manga. Want to fight about it? Want me to drag you to see the Prince of Tennis movie with me? Mia will be there.
That trailer ran in front of Sonic 2, and I just sat in the theater like laughing like, I wish Cora was here to see this.
Absolutely amazing.
I'm sitting there like, okay, this is now popular enough that it ran before Sonic 2. I can no longer deny. I mean, I'm still going to make fun of, but I can't deny.
You're in the right to do that. But yeah, ice hockey manga coming back very soon, and the minute that it's back, I will be buying all of the volumes because I love me a concept that's not just, I want to be the best. I like to have a little spice.
Oh, you know how, like, non-competitive Olympic medalists are.
Yeah.
Okay, look, he starts out as a figure skater and goes into ice hockey. That's different.
I mean, I actually immediately started choreographing a musical scene in my head with the graceful guy going around all the...
Yeah, like...
It's interesting. Visually has a lot of potential.
Exactly.
To whatever this is.
Moving on.
Yeah, not sure what they're doing. They're being weird.
We're going to play a new game called What Franchises Am I Talking About? So we have 2 trailers.
Oh, goodness.
One has a lot of hype. One doesn't. But we're going to compare and contrast. They both had an epic failure in 2019. They are both prequels. They both have a famous UK actor who has been in some embarrassing projects recently as their lead star.
So, UK actor.
Yeah. Pretty much. And they are both from unknown showrunners. One of them has a lot of hype, one of them doesn't. I'm talking about House of Dragons and Obi Wan Kenobi. Guess which one is which?
As you can see, there's no difference in these pictures.
First off...
Tell me that it's the same thing.
What's the same thing?
I'm not saying that they're the same
First of all,
show. I'm saying that there
Dragons,
should be...
First, I don't know what House of Dragons is. What is it?
Exactly.
What is it? Is it Game of Thrones?
It's the Targaryen prequel. Yeah.
I don't care.
Game of Thrones.
I don't care.
But why don't you care? These are identical
Because Obi-Wan
when we're talking about franchises and popularity of franchises. These should have the same amount of hype on paper.
Nah.
Why not?
Because Obi-Wan was the best part of the prequels, and they've been talking about it since then.
And the Targaryens weren't the most interesting part of the background of Game of Thrones?
Yeah, but like, the prequels were bad throughout. Game of Thrones, like, crashed and burned.
So you think it's that it was right at the end? But
no,
everyone was
I
disappointed with the sequel trilogy in Star Wars, too. So they've both crashed and burned in the same year, 2019.
I don't care what those people
McGregor Ewan McGregor was an amazing part of a subpar trilogy. Yes, I'm sorry. The prequels aren't great. They got obsessed with green screen. He lost his storytelling elements, and the actors didn't even know enough about what was around them. Yes.
Star Wars.
They didn't even They didn't even have a good enough understanding of like what was going on around them to really throw themselves into the role, which is why you have Natalie Portman looking so wooden when she can act her ass off.
I mean, I will stand by the prequels because how dare we as fans say what this guy should have done with his property?
We can still critique it and say
Yeah,
critique
we
it.
absolutely can do
You can
that.
critique the storytelling, but people mostly critique they don't like the way the story was.
Oh, no, not from over here. Like, they're good prequels in that they give an interesting backstory to questions that we had. They're bad movies. From a storytelling aspect, they're bad movies.
Well, can we focus on Obi Wan? Because I got a trailer to play here. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
God,
and you know what? Don't even bother playing the House of Dragons trailer because nobody cares. That's the whole thing about this story is nobody gives a shit about House of Dragons.
So, I don't have any particular love for Game of Thrones. Like, wasn't my thing. Star Wars also just like teeters in and out of if it's my thing or not. And I only care about Obi Wan Kenobi because I liked Obi Wan Kenobi. He was. Because The Phantom Menace was the first Star Wars movie I ever watched, and I loved him.
He was the only part of that trilogy that didn't disappoint.
Are you telling me that this whole thing comes down to how much we love Ewan McGregor?
No,
You mean
I'm
Jesus?
focusing on this. Look, this is taking place 10 years after Revenge of the Sith, which apparently Darth Vader is like, I'm still holding a grudge for being made a triple amputee. Somebody find Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah, I've heard that
And
happens.
We've got the Inquisitors going after. We're seeing where the Inquisitors come from, where they base their base of operations. Also, arguably the most grisly scene of Darth Vader getting an arm screwed on and his chest thing plugged in. I didn't know that thing had barbs on the other side of it. Okay,
Gotta see him somehow.
I mean, like,
it's positively terrifying, honestly.
it doesn't boil down to that. Like, there's so many things that have been ruined. I'm trying to think of a lot more examples, and of course, drawing a blank, that are ruined by bad endings. Bad endings absolutely ruin it. It makes us question the entire story. If it was ever about the thing we thought it was about,
But The Rise of Skywalker was a bad ending.
that has nothing to do with this.
Can we focus on Obi-Wan, the series, instead of going on all these tangents?
No,
Obi-Wan series!
People's hype started building from the prequels. Nobody's even thinking about the newest series of Star Wars in relation to it. The Obi-Wan series has been like...
You go off on tangents all the time.
Are you unhappy with the way that we're covering this story?
I'm unhappy when everybody's like all of a sudden just ungrateful. Y'all have overloading plates of Star Wars. You got Star Wars shows,
I was
more
defending
toys,
excitement about
movies.
Obi-Wan. I was defending excitement about
We're
it.
getting, you got the D20 event. We get a huge helping of all this Star Wars. I have been devoid of Star Wars my entire life. This is my golden age of Star Wars.
Right, and
No
you're
one is
yelling
saying-
at me, and I was defending it.
Just all these ungrateful urchins out here.
Because Star Wars isn't like my obsession.
The most I had was expanded universe novels that I had to go to the library
I
and
read
find.
those too.
I read those too.
But now I'm getting.
I feel like I just got yelled at by my mom.
I've got like
I
several
got a
book
lecture. I was like,
series,
Mom, I had this funny
several
story
TV
happen
shows.
at school, and she gave me a lecture about how
I
I'm
will
ungrateful.
not hear these. Yes. Eat the food on your plate.
Oh, you know what? I think I did actually read a Star Wars novel. I think Spock was in it, though.
No.
I'm gonna throw something.
Yeah, you learned about how the Force gives that Vulcan nerve pain.
Yes, I'm totally being the parent. You know how many starving kids there are around the world that don't have Star Wars, and you got Star Wars just coming out your ears. You ungrateful urchins.
I haven't
You
even
ungrateful
caught. I
spoiled
haven't even
brats.
caught up on the Book of Boba Fett.
I hate y'all so much.
If it makes you
You don't even eat food on your plate.
Okay. Not to mention.
Jason, if it makes you feel better,
It doesn't.
Caparia in the chat is agreeing with you and telling you to go off.
Thank you. Mandalorian, Book
You
of
have
Boba Fett.
gone off enough.
Anyway.
Not to mention, any time that Game of Thrones wasn't being handled by the original writer, it went off the rails so bad and so upsetting that, like, can you really get it up for, like, a series that's like the prequels? It's
My
like,
entire
are
point
they
is
gonna give it to
no,
D&D?
no, I cannot get it up.
I'm just saying, like,
I can't breathe.
I gotta cut this out and clip it on the channel.
I could get it up for Obi Wan. You and McGregor.
I could get it up for
has
Obi-Wan.
never ever disappointed me.
That's the
by
title
how
of this
he played
chapter
a role.
of my autobiography.
I can get it up for
Obi-Wan.
I couldn't be also the
If they
awesome
were doing a
poster. Awesome
prequel-
poster. I gotta show that. This just looks good.
Not even a prequel. If they were doing Lady Stone, what's her face?
Lady Stoneheart.
Yeah, I would watch the fuck out of that. But like, no,
don't
they're
wanna see
not.
Matt Smith
They're
in a
like
bad
a House
wig?
of Dragons. Like no. We saw him in the Terminator movie. He can't save it by himself.
That's what I was saying. They were both former or really famous UK stars with embarrassing projects because Matt Smith has the Terminator and Ewan McGregor has Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, I forgot!
He played Lumiere with a Spanish accent half the time. It was real bad. Okay.
Do I even play this Game of Thrones?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I think the whole point of this story is nobody gives a
Yeah, no.
It's not even named with something
Sorry to
interesting.
anyone
Like
who
House
knows
of Dragon.
that.
Like, are you kidding me?
Okay, alright.
I'll show.
I feel like I pushed this off the
I'll
rails. Don't show
No,
anything.
no. You didn't do anything, Jason. Like,
Let's move
we
on.
found a nerve.
More
like,
television.
hammering
Y'all
it.
stepped on my last
More
word.
television news. Jason, do you have television news? Don't even put that picture up. I don't want to see it in my house.
Hold on one second. No, I don't have television news. I actually got passed by on the video game news. So.
Oh, you had video game. I'm so sorry.
I
Go
did
ahead.
have something brief.
Go for it.
It's I mean, we have been. I'm just gonna leave it on. I don't have a picture or anything for this, but we have been relentless on Blizzard in the past year because it's deserved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for renaming your gunslinger to Cassidy. I enjoyed that. Thank you very much. But Blizzard
ripped
has
you
actually, Blizzard is still continuing to try to clean up their image and everything. And I got to give credit where credit is due. They have hired their first head of culture to help improve diversity and inclusivity. First ever vice president, her name is Jessica Martinez. She is now apparently there to, as they say, quote, empower workers to feel they can learn, grow, and bring their most creative selves to their work. Now, she previously came from Walt Disney, who she worked for 14 years as chief of staff in Parks and Resorts. So I think she's got some credibility in that department.
Yeah.
So this is all just brand new, though. We'll see when they. I want them to put their money where their mouth is on this one, and we'll see if they actually have any progress. Did my kid just turn on the washing machine?
I think
Maybe. I want them to pull it together, but they also they're trying to get the whole committee that they got together to elect somebody to the board. They're trying to shut that down. So
They're also still shutting down workers that are talking about the experiences that are still happening that were happening before. So
Well, we'll see. Like I said, this is an announcement.
Yeah.
I want to see proof.
Oh yeah, I do want Blizzard to be better. I always want companies, especially ones that I have enjoyed their content, to be better so that I can continue to enjoy their content again and not feel sleazy for playing it. Diablo 2.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's my 2022 thing is we're not going away. We're just going to make you fix it.
yeah, I'm not giving you any more of my money, but until you have proven that you're going to fix it.
Yeah.
I will say most of it's not on the Overwatch League team. It's pretty diverse. Just want to support them because
Oh, yeah. Parts of Blizzard that are doing things properly, cool. We'll support those branches, but they're not getting our money.
I just want to shout it out, mainly because I'm still so annoyed at everything, but I've seen the tweets from my girls and my buddies and my who lost a lot of sponsors, and I'm like, it sucks. I know you're not the problem, but yeah, fix it, Blizzard.
All right. Anything else, Cora?
Just real quick, We have some more information on the Sailor Moon Museum that will be opening up in Tokyo's Roppongi Museum.
Ooh.
It will be running from July 1st through December 30th. There will be 3 volumes. Volume 1 will be July 1st through September 4th. Volume 2 will be September 10th through November 6th. And third volume will be November 12th through December 30th. The key art that you see right here was done by Naoko Takeuchi herself. And the exhibit will have over 600 original pieces, including some by her and some that have never been seen before that were done by her. There will also be an immersive theater. There will be special effects and holograms there. There will be an exhibit with original anime materials and goods spanning from the 90s all the way up into the present day. Tickets are on sale now, and Japan has already talked about, like, around June, July, like, lessening their restrictions on international travel. So if you want to try and travel to Japan before the end of the year to go see this exhibit, you may have the option to now. I'm very sad because I won't have that option because I don't have that money. But yeah, this is again all for the 30th anniversary of Sailor Moon.
Very cool.
So long.
I know.
So long.
I just want to say the camera angle that I have right now perfectly captures Wong and America Chavez playing video games.
Perfect.
I love that angle.
All right, and last up, Kat, I know you wanted to talk about something that's
Michael
relevant
Waldron.
tonight.
Michael Waldron was kind of Sam Raimi's partner in crime on the new Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I don't know exactly what his credits. I think writer. I don't know. Scott Derrickson, who did the first movie, left before Multiverse of Madness was finished. We don't have a lot of the details, but Sam Raimi kind of. Yeah. Anyway. Michael Waldron said that he was tasked tying together Loki and the Spider-Man movies and X-Men and Doctor Strange, and he said the thing that most gave him the ability to do that, showrunning Rick and Morty. He said they came out of the closet every week with this giant concept. And they'd be like, yeah, but you only have 6 minutes to set this up because we have to talk about everything else that we actually wanted to get to in the episode. So just,
have fun.
Just do this. We're doing a heist premise. Oh, you're doing a whatever premise. He said to appreciate your experiences in the smaller, weirder stuff that doesn't feel as important. Because holy shit.
That makes perfect sense. And it makes me much more excited. And I've already been excited about this since it was announced.
We're going to see it.
We're going to see it tonight.
By the way. That's why I'm wearing a shirt from a Sam Raimi property.
Hey!
Yeah, it's supposed to be good.
I did want to ask real quick before we sign off, any predictions?
For what?
For Multiverse of Madness.
House of M.
House of M?
House of M.
Okay.
I mean, I just don't know how we're going to come out of this and into whatever happens next. Because I think we're definitely establishing separate... Well, I mean, we've already established separate universes, but now the possibilities are endless off of this film, is all I can say.
Let me just present to you again. House of M. Doctor Doom is a part of that. Fantastic Four.
Doctor Doom.
That's how they introduced Fantastic Four.
I mean, Patrick Stewart was already walking across the red carpet. And I don't think he just randomly shows up places. Even though it would be really cool if he just
randomly was like, "Hey, what's up?"
Hello, just comes through the door.
I would love if he just walked through that door right now.
Probably how it would actually happen.
I predicted the Scarlet Witch is both the loosest canon and also the only one with her head on straight.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's spoiled, but we've already seen Miss, Haley Atwell on the red carpet as well. Please, Lord.
I mean, we saw her in What If.
I mean, y'all know me. I clearly have a type. And Haley Atwell is definitely my type.
Women that could beat you up.
Women that could kick ass.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'm a little bit nervous about seeing it. I've heard that it's very scary, and I like horror stuff, but like, they go hard on existentialist, like abstract emptiness.
We had a couple issues with Moon Knight.
A little nervous for
And
my
I'm
anxiety,
out of here
but
to
I'm
see
gonna
it.
be good.
As soon as we're done, I'm like heading out to go see it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I'm going
Speaking
to go
of
to bed like an
what
Do we
time
need
is-
to? I think we need to. Yeah, because your showing is in a minute. Okay, that's all for the Super Cool Nerd Show for today, the 5th of May, 2022. Starting from my right.
Oh, right. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at CorodonoArt for anything art related or Suikoden related. If you want to find me for anything Final Fantasy XIV related, chaotic_noodle on Twitter.
Find me at BetterCat on Instagram and Twitter sometimes, and if I ever get it up for Overwatch League, Doa Drawings for badly drawn cartoons of things that Overwatch League casters say.
Twitter, Instagram, The Good Casts.
And Doa Drawings.
And Doa Drawings.
At JasonX on Twitter and Instagram. And of course, go to supercoolnerdshow.com.
You can also find us on pretty much all social media at SCNS Live. We're going to go see Doctor Strange, as we always say. Keep on learning! Doctor Strange! Multiverse of Madness! Jon Stewart!